Alright, welcome back. Isn't life just cool sometimes? It's just cool. I just got done watching Westworld and it was just making me think. The fact that we even have this kind of stuff is really cool. The fact that we can make this kind of media and just enjoy it. I mean, it's life can be hard sometimes, but other times you just have to enjoy the good things. Like the fact that, I mean, this is something that isn't necessary at all. It's not food or survival. It's just fun. It's good, and you just have to let yourself enjoy the small pleasures in life sometimes, right? So that was just sneaking out with Westworld. It was, the new episode just came out of season 2, and it was really cool. It just got me thinking. I really like Westworld a lot. Oh, I screwed it up. I'm not sure what I did. We'll have to see here. To clown beneath the mask. To get past one personnel must have total attributes greater than 23. So like Cisco has 8 strength, 8 integrity, 8 cunning. He would pass. Activate subcommands. You download a navigation drone, a communication drone, and a defense drone. Discard the event and draw no cards this turn. Still very good. 6 of 12. Boy, he's angry. Oh my god, he's angry. Oh dear. Where present, your Borg are each cunning and strength +1 cumulative. So usually, oh no, I misread that. I thought that was a 3. Because most of the Borg have 5, 5, and a 7, and the 7 is changed around. Narrow escape. Blaze on your staffed, undocked ship. If its shields are less than half the opponent's total of usable weapons here, you may immediately move its ship to its total range. So I don't know if I mean very few people have seen most of my stuff. I don't know if everyone realizes, but so when the game first came out, they only had the license for the TNG, and there were the Romulans, the Klingons, and the Federation, and that's about it. Especially with the first set, those were the only 3 factions. I mean, you had Ferengi and stuff like that, but they were neutral. So if you notice, Federation are blue and they have integrity. Romulans are green and they have cunning. And Klingons are strong and they have strength. You notice they're all color-coded and they match. So I feel like that's why they developed those 3 stats originally, because they only figured they'd ever only have Romulan, Klingon, and Federation. And, you know, Federation are strong in integrity. Romulans are strong in cunning, and Klingons are strong in strength. But they got stuck with those stats later on, and so you have issues where you have stuff like Tasha Yar, who has 8 strength, which is, you know, if you say battle competence, then yeah, she's got 8 strength, but literal strength, no. So I always thought that was interesting, and I never realized it originally. Meditation. Plays on table. At any time you may discard 1 card from hand. For the rest of that turn, each time you draw a card, you may do so from the bottom of your draw deck. Could be strategic there. Tarn, Hirogen Hunt. Instead of your card draw, you can download Rituals of the Hunt, Hirogen Hunt, or any Hirogen ship, and then once each turn you can report an Alpha Hirogen or any Hirogen card that names it in its lore an Alpha Hirogen you already have in play for free. And then you can play it on your Hirogen ship, and its transporters can be used to beam through shields. The artificial intelligence, 6 integrity. I like how the artificial intelligence doesn't have high integrity. It doesn't have low integrity either, but it has medium integrity. Very high cunning, obviously no strength because it's a little box there, but the 6 integrity always made me laugh. I mean, it's just, oh, okay, so cool. We got 2 of the Borg twins. I don't know if these are the ones we already got. You remember 7 of 9 rescued 3 Borg children, and she watched after them. There were 2 boys and a girl. Here they are when they're really young. Immature drones of Wasanti species, irrelevant designations Rebbe and Azan, assigned by the first to accelerate the development of new drones in the hive. Got a new lighting system I'm doing, so I don't have as much glare unless I do it to this angle. Usually the glare is like right there. Hopefully it looks better. So that's a lot of stats. I mean, you get them both, right? But if one of them is hit, both of them are hit. 14 integrity, 10 cunning, and 10 strength. Very useful. Was that a Borg pack that I opened? Yeah, that was a Borg pack that I opened. Oh yeah, it smells good. You just gotta appreciate the small things sometimes when you're having a hard time. Just appreciate the small stuff. I think that should be right. I don't know why I got it all mixed up. There we go. I mean, we have this amazing media that we can just consume. I mean, it's a problem where we consume too much of it, obviously, and that's something that I think a lot of people are cognizant of lately and are trying to work on. I have a hard time not roaming around the internet when I'm watching a show, and it's a really bad habit that I don't like in other people. So obviously I don't like it in myself. So we have too much media, that's for sure. It's like Brave New World. You know, Orwell thought that the end of our freedom would come through the controlling of media, and Huxley thought that it would end through the gluttony of media, which is basically what we have. But as long as you are aware of it, I think you can stop most of the negative effects and just enjoy stuff like freaking Star Trek, man. Star Trek is so cool. Civil Unrest, Kazon Outpost, Tursa, Ready Room Door. Glad I got this because I was looking at some deck lists, and there's a lot of these in some of the stuff and some of these decks. Really want to get a Holodeck Adventures box and try and find a cheap one maybe. Mutation plays to shuffle top 2 cards of any discard pile into owner's draw deck, or plays once each turn, discard 1 card to draw 2. Tom Paris underwent a horrifying evolution after a Twansor test flight. His mutating DNA caused internal organs to shift, atrophy, and reform. His outward transformation was no less disturbing. Ancestral Vision. Caesar plays on Delta Quadrant planet. End of each turn, if your honor personnel who has integrity greater than 7 is on planet, draw an extra card, or 2 if personnel is any Chakotay. Excuse me. Tribal lore tells of sky spirits who guided the rubber tree people in Earth's distant past. When Chakotay found the spirit's home in the Delta Quadrant, he was beset with visions of his ancestors. Cool. Cool. I think I'll put that right there. It doesn't need to be. It's not personnel. These packs are just so hard to open in the pleasing way that I like to do. Because now I am doing an eBay thing with my Star Wars cards to sell off some stuff to help pay for certain medical stuff. And my mom sick. Anyways, doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, obviously, but I don't know. Anyways, and I kept all my old packs, so I've been selling repacks with guaranteed value, equivalent to 100% of the repacks cost. I won't advertise them here because they're honestly selling too fast already, and it takes a lot of work. But I've been putting them in the original packs, the cards, and basically resealing the pack, so you feel like you're opening a real pack, and it's really cool. So I would like to just keep these just in case anything like that ever happened, but because if you open the pack really nicely, you can reinsert the cards, and then you can seal the top in some minor way, and then the person can just open the pack from the bottom, and they feel like they're getting, it feels more real. Obviously, I'm not advertising it as a real pack, I'm advertising it as a repack, but it still feels nice. Feedback Surge. Caesar plays on table. If opponent completes established gateway targeting a mission they did not seed, you score those points instead of opponent. Also, if opponent discards any seed cards using Azure Baroda Senior Staff Meeting or their own dilemma, you may immediately reseed them under any missions. Opponent loses 10 points for each such card. So this is a face down incident, I think, and a referee incident, but the referee doesn't mean anything anymore. So like infiltration icon that allows you, to turn it face down. So then once they do this, which is technically or usually a Borg thing, pop it up and you take the points. 8 of 18. There we go. Let's establish gateway. So this seeds are placed on table and target a space mission with a point box, if not yet scouted. Your Borg may scout that location after scouting complete. If you have Borg at that location, you may probe. If you reveal a navigation or communication, the sector is cleared. You place on location and download here, and you get 25 points. So if they use this on one of your missions and complete it, you pop that card off, and you steal the points. Bachan, humanoid who cared for his parents, Damar and Ansha, until the Borg assimilated him as 4 of 9. Discard at end of turn if Lancer or Marika not in play. Adapt, negate obstruction. By 2375, the Borg had cataloged over 10,000 different species. This vast accumulated knowledge is sufficient to overcome virtually any obstacle. Nullifies a dilemma, except a Q. That's cool, because the Borg aren't powerful enough to cancel or to do anything to the Q, so that makes sense that it would nullify anything but not a Q dilemma. 2 of 12. Davar. Dilanum. Representative of maintenance workers. Kazon fighter. And we have a pretty interesting neutral rare with 8 integrity, 8 cunning, and 8 strength. Leadership, navigation, anthropology, honor, and your other Maquis personnel here are attributes +2. Is this the neutral version of Chakotay? It is. Feels nice to guess again and actually get something correct. Former Starfleet officer who resigned to defeat his home colony. Defend. Chakotay leads a loyal group of Maquis rebels in raids on Cardassian targets near the Badlands. Looks good. Don't think there's anything on there. Does anyone watch Westworld? I'm assuming most people watch it, but maybe not everyone watches it. I know some people aren't really big into TV, even streaming stuff. I like Mr. Robot a lot as well. Westworld's my jam though. 2 of 12. Xenology drone. Morak. I don't know why we're getting that. Looks like these cards are seated differently for the Borg and Voyager. Tactical officer of the Imperial Klingon Council Vakling, devout believer in the prophecies of the Sacred Scrolls, banded with Tigreth in an attempt to commandeer the Voyager. 9 of 12. Network drone. Borg probe. So I guess the main way that the Voyager crew plays out, if you open up enough Voyager stuff and you play the Voyager crew, is you use the ship as a mobile outpost and you launch shuttles from the ship, and it allows you a lot of versatility with evading your opponents and evading their dilemmas. So that seems pretty cool. I hope to open the Voyager so that I can, I could just do a printout, but I want the actual card. Ranjan, Yegi, Avaricious Ferengi, Blooded with Gagis and Nunk. Oh, we read this before. So we have a rare Klingon ship. We won't be able to guess the name. It's a small ship, so it's like a little 23rd century battlecruiser. Believing the Empire had lost its way, the original crew set out over a century ago from the Alpha Quadrant to quest to find Kuvok Mag. Cool. Does anyone? Yeah. Come on. Quantum slipstream drive plays on your ship that has full range available and for free if it's on the dot list, and you can move the ship to the other end of the space line or elsewhere on same space line, and then that uses up your range. And this is advanced technology that can propel a ship many times faster than warp drive. Though the Voyager crew never reliably adopted the system, the think tank still took interest in the theory. Transwarp network gateway. This is that other card that we were talking about. The Borg one with the missions. Establish gateway. Once you finish that, you get this. Plays on any space line location where you have I think that's communication. I'll never remember. Any player may play transwarp conduit to allow moving to any player's ship from this transwarp network. Huh. Lots of infiltration there. Caretaker's array thingy, isn't that? Or no, this is the shield. Oh, that was like towards the end, or I can't remember this. Stabilize and make use of the high-speed propulsion device built by Alien Explorer. That is really cool. Eight of 15. 11 of 12. Invasive procedures. Unless a defense Borg or medical cunning greater than 35 and a phaser or disruptor present, placed on ship. It's quarantine, and each crew member loses a first listed skill and his attributes all -2. That seems pretty good. It only lasts for 3 turns, but Suravani researchers covertly boarded the Voyager in 2374. Using a phase variance to avoid detection, they performed invasive and sometimes fatal mistakes on the medical test on the crew. Awaken allows you to mass download drones. Kamak. Kunrik. Maintenance overhaul. And we have a rare Herogen. Jorik. Medic who built neural interfaces to subdue the Voyager crew. Patched them up after Hunter's staff shot, beat, phasered, and Pat left them in cars. Hollow scenarios. Guess we'll put that up there. Sorry, one moment. Okay. Contact resistance. Seek aid from the Alsurian resistance. I realized someone mentioned on the Trek CCG forums that I was saying Vidian wrong. I think it is Vidian, because the way they spelled it out still didn't tell me, but after I had seen that, I feel like I remember in the show it was Vidian. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Because I remember, I heard an auditory Vidian. Again, I do not know what the star is next to commons and uncommons. The star next to rares is rare plus, but never heard of that with commons and uncommons. Beyond the subatomic, Kess's mental abilities grew to an astonishing rate, and she was able to perceive and control a new level of reality that exists between the subatomic particles. Kazon Raider. Ship design stolen when the tribe were overthrown in 2346, favored by sex with more limited resources. Escape pod. This allows you to save your crew and remain undetected in the little pod. Mobile holo emitter. Portable holographic projector designed by Henry Starling, based on 29th century technology stolen from the time ship Aeon, acquired by the Doctor in 2373, or was it 1996? Handshake. Valek. And a rare Kazon that will never be guessed. Big Kazon. First Maj of the Kazan Promosec agreed to host negotiations between the Trob and several Kazon sects in 2372. Gained little prestige from the debacle. I believe we're on Voyager. No, I think no, we just did open Voyager. Oh well. Villagers with torches. Real? Naran, local Kazon Nistrim, typical of Sulu soldiers, stood proudly with his Maj as a bridge officer on the Voyager. If anyone is watching this and wondering why, because I know a few people like that I go through all the commons and uncommons and read them out. If I'm going fast, it's because I've done them already in previous videos. So check those out if you like to see more. I tend to not read the same card more than once unless I forget, which does happen, but Thompson, typical Equinox crewman corrupted by Ransom and Burke's leadership, science department head, has also manned tactical since the security chief's death. Study internment site, ringed planet, investigate appearance of humanoid remains on the asteroid of this planet's ring system. Sethis, overseer typical of Vidians in charge of slave labor at large facilities like the Every 3, gets most from his captives before sending them to organ processing. Vidian outpost. Starfleet Type 3 phaser rifle, most powerful standard issue Starfleet hand weapon, equipped with fully autonomous recharge, multiple target acquisition, and gyro stabilization. Federation and non-aligned use only. Each of your personnel present is strength +3 but loses 1 diplomacy unless aboard your ship. Prevent annihilation. Boy, preventing annihilation should be a little more worth a lot more than 40 points, I feel like. I mean, 40 is high for the game, but woo. Stop malfunctioning Cardassian warhead from attacking defenseless, highly populated planet. We got really cool planet locations in this pack. T-class reinitialize warp reaction. T-class gas giant. Collect radiogenic particles from the rings of this gas giant to restore full warp efficiency. What was the show that was just like that, where their whole thing was capturing the rings? Was that? I know Universe needed. So we have a rare neutral, Stargate Universe, I mean. Ultra rare. Oh my gosh! This is our first ultra rare. I don't know what pack we opened, so I'm not sure what it is. Or at least it's my first ultra rare. I think this is the Pendrilli Champion. The Rock. Yes. So excited that I finally got an ultra rare. Crowd favorite in the Tsonaki match is broadcast by Pank, electrifying Pandari known for his superior strength, bad temper, and keen sense of smell. So happy to finally get an ultra rare. Looks good. Leadership, geology, and in battle may pair first and select his adversary. So in battle, you know, if you don't know, you randomly shuffle your personnel and their personnel, and then you draw off the top each one and compare strength. So basically he says he kills somebody. Because if you have much higher strength than them, then you instantly kill them, you mortally wound them. I think it's double. And if you have more, then you just stun them, which does really help, because at the end of the battle you calculate up your strength, and whoever has the most kills one or the other. But he doesn't make it random. He allows you to pair first and select his adversary. So you're going to be able to find someone with under 7 strength, right? And you'll just instantly mortally kill them. Mortally kill them, you know what I mean. Awesome. Fantastic. I saw that you are, and I just instantly knew. was looking for Voyager, and instead I got the ultra rare. I'll take it. Awaken. I mean, that's like half the cost of the booster box, so that's good. Borg Outpost. Feedback Search. 8 of 18. Establish Gateway. Bachan. Adapt, Negate, Destruction. Synerin. Vidian researcher, among many who believe a cure for the phage might be found by scrutinizing extinct civilization who were wiped out by plague. Devar. Reckless hunter who tired of participating in holographic scenarios aboard the commandeered Voyager joined Taraj in hunting prey against express orders from Kar. Mabis. Trob governor, constantly plotting vengeance on the Kazon sex that killed his parents. We read that. Rare Herosian. 12 strength. See, the Pandari champion would just he wouldn't instantly kill him, but he would certainly hurt him. Massive Alpha Herosian in command of a solitary hunting vessel, less interested in the hunt than the spoils of his conquest, envy of his peers, and fear of his captives. Shoot, I don't have any more. I have more Borg packs, but they're stuffed underneath the little weird tripod setup that I have, which isn't a great setup, but it works. This pack is just unsalvageable. Containment field. Caesar plays on table, not duplicatable. Each player who uses a deploy icon, download from deck, hidden fighter, or going to the top must first stack a card here face up here. Before each player's turn begins, they reclaim up to 2 of those cards. If they still have any here, they must skip that turn. Also nullifies each destroyed radioactive garbage go. Its owner loses its points. That's cool. Helps keep some stuff in control. Kazon Raider. Assign Mission Specialist, very important card, allows you to download from your deck two personnel that only have 1 skill. Intrepid. Joseph Carey, representative of staff and engineering, has a wife and 2 sons. William Telfer. Tactic Negotiation. Mortimer Heron. Mortimer. Combat training, survive training exercises at this formidable Kazon Oval base. Stop bombardment, and a Kazon Rare. Tierna. Kazon Nistrum serving as Seska's aide, assigned a suicide mission by Kulu as part of an elaborate plan to take the Voyager, determined to succeed. Guess we'll just finish Voyager because there's 4 Voyager left. That's all that Voyager I have left, at least opened. I have about, let's see, I have 6 Borg left. 6, 9. Maybe I'll make another video since this is getting long. Well, my videos are always long. One day I'll learn to keep it under control, but today is not that day. Between my slow pack openings, my commons and uncommons, and my reading. But then again, I like to enjoy it, and I'm not really here for massive views. I appreciate those that do watch, and I like to share, so that's the most important thing. Transporter control module. While aboard your ship or facility, your engineer or transporter skill present. That ship or facility has transporters. Niz. Typical of warriors. The Vidian Sodality. Beyond the Subatomic. Maria Henley. USS Intrepid. Narrit. Loyal Kazon Nistrum, typical of Kulu's soldiers, stood proudly with his Maj as a bridge officer on the captured Voyager. Fair play. We read this already, but we'll read it again. In 2372, Tom Paris concocted a sweepstakes to guess the daily radiogenic particle count, skimming 1/10 of the proceeds for himself. Chakotay put a stop to the game, confiscating the pot. Bothan Vessel. Revive Settlers. Sorry, let's go back to that. Standard ship design used by a reclusive territorial race with powerful psionic abilities. Possess technology which allows it to seem invisible to enemy vessels. Awaken people trapped in cryonic hibernation in this planet, recovering from a glacial freeze. And the Swarm. Fiercely territorial species whose small ships disable enemy vessels by emitting interferometric pulses, dubbed the Swarm by those who have survived their armada. Place on ship. Weapons are disabled and shields -2. After start of your next turn, cure with 3 engineer and physicsing crew. If countdown expires, the ship is destroyed. So they have 3 turns to cure it or get blown up. Hollock. I better hurry here. This video, I think it ends at 32-ish. Does anyone actually care about the Kazon or in the Vidian? I don't think anyone does. If you do, maybe we'll go slower on them, but Dr. Fitzgerald, Escape Pod, Kazon Collective, Dr. Neria, Venerary Thanatologist, studied Harry Kim in the hopes of learning more about his people's afterlife, believes the truth is out there. that must have been a reference to X-Files. That's cute. No Lensing, combat training, and rare neutral personnel with rare neutral Federation personnel. 7 integrity, 9 cunning, 9 strength. Science, stellar cartography. Wait, is this 7? It is 7. Awesome. It's got some muck on it or something though, which is a bummer. Yeah, look at that. Can you see that? Don't know if you can see it because every time I try and show it, the glare gets it first. We already opened one of these actually. I'm not sure. They have 2 versions. One that has Federation first and then neutral, and then one that has neutral and then Federation first. Not sure what difference it makes. I think there must be some reason, but alright, the video is going to end, so I will stop it here. I'll record the rest with the rest of the Borg packs and the rest of the Voyager. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to appreciate the small stuff and remember what you have. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.